I will be attempting to control all the listings in my area on Facebook Marketplace by buying out the competition and making my price the best option. If you want to know how I was able to successfully pull this off, stick around because this is the easiest money glitch out there. Before we start though, I do want to say this is for educational purposes only and I do not condone purposefully manipulating the market. Here's my strategy. Let's say my area of a 20-mile radius has 8 PS5s for sale at an average price between $250 and $300. 6 of the 8 PS5s that are listed are priced below $275. If we lowball and get all 6 for say an average of $250 a piece, I can relist them for $325. Because I will now have the only listings in the area, buyers wouldn't have any cheaper options, generating an easy profit of $450 if all 6 sold. Now you're probably thinking, wait, what if other people list their PS5s for under my prices? Wouldn't that mess everything up? Not exactly, because right before someone makes a listing, they always check what the item is going for. So if they see the 5s in the area going for over 300, they will most likely list theirs around my listings price. And if someone decides to list theirs much lower than my prices, then I'll just buy them out before anyone gets to it. For this very educational experiment, the item that I chose that we will be reselling is the OLED Nintendo Switch. 1, there's much higher demand compared to the first and second gen switches. 2, there's not that many OLED options in the area, which makes it easier to buy out everybody. In my area, all the OLEDs are being sold between $200 to $250. My goal is to bring that price up to $300 and work our way down. Alright, so now let's take a look at some listings. So I'm scrolling now, right, and the first thing that popped up was a really good option. We have a Nintendo Switch OLED and it comes with 9 games. Even if it was just the OLED on its own, I probably would still buy it. But because I see the games on there, I see Mario Kart, I see Smash Bros, and that's already like $30 a piece. So this is a really good option. Let's see if we can get it. So I asked him, are you available today? And he responds with someone getting it already. It's fine, we'll just keep looking. This is just part of the game. You're gonna get all the good deals out there. So I'm getting ready to go to class, right? And then he hits me up and he says that the person isn't responding back. Are you able to get it today? So on the spot, I asked for the address. Now we're about to go pick it up and hopefully everything goes smooth. For $200, we now have the old Nintendo Switch and all the accessories that come with it. Everything is in very good shape and not a single scuff. This will really caught my attention. So we have 9 games and an SD card. Let's run the numbers. For me to calculate the value of this game for the purpose of reselling, I will take the retail or the eBay price, divide that by half, and that's the price that I'll value these at. I'm just trying to figure out how much of a deal all of this is all together. Dead by Daylight goes for around 25 to 30 new, so we'll give it a value of 15. We also have 2K22, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, and Dragon Ball 2 Xenoverse. But here's the main event. We also have 4 AAA games, which if you don't know, these don't lose much value, and because they go for between 55 to 60 new, I'll be giving them a value of $35 each. After totaling the estimated value, we now have over $206 in games alone. We basically got the consoles for free. Everything right here, if I sold it at market price, we're well over 500, easily 500. Now all I have to do is run through everything and clean it, make sure it doesn't have any scuffs. And then it's time for the fun part, which is taking pictures and listing it and hopefully get a buyer. Just like that, our first console is now listed. It did not take long at all. Now all we have to do is do it a couple more times and hopefully start seeing changes in the prices. So let's roll a quick montage of me getting more consoles. It's been a busy week. We have 4 consoles, met a lot of people. At first I was aiming for like 6, 7, maybe 8 consoles before we can start seeing a change in the market. But right now, you open a marketplace in my area, they're all around my listings price already. People just see my listing and then automatically just put that price. because this happened so soon, I'm gonna stop buying consoles now because we're already out of consoles in my area that are pretty cheap. I think we have a pretty good influence in the market. Now we will lower the price for 1 out of the 4, making this price the best price in the area. Hopefully that $20 difference will push my listing to the top of the recommendations in my area, and just like that, all the people that are looking for OLED in my area will go through me first and then look at the other options. And the other options, as you know, are just over 300 to 325. As soon as I lower the price to 283, we've gotten more messages in the last 2 hours than the last week this item has been listed. One of the people that DM'd me was somebody who previously bought a Nintendo Switch from me. He basically jailbreaks consoles, and that's his whole thing. So we're already in the profit, but I'm not gonna settle for something that low. So I did ask him if he has any electronics that he could trade. Usually some people don't have the cash, but they have a good amount of accessories lying around that I could resell and make more money off of. Alright, so he said that he had Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, also a brand new controller. It's a wire controller. So that's already $50. On the top of the 220 cash, we're sitting on about 270, 280, which is exactly what I just listed it for. And just like that, I'm about to go make my first sale for the Nintendo Switch. How you doing?
Oh,
Man, doing good, doing good.
there you go.
Got that. You can check it out and everything. So,
20.
cool, cool.
There
Nice.
should be 11 or 20s in there.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And I think the two things there.
Yeah. Yep.
666.
Got that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, have a good one. Thank you. Bought the console for $200, sold the controller separately for $40, and sold everything else for $220 cash plus a value of $50 from a game and a controller. Our total income from this flip is $310 with a profit of $110. Let's see if we can keep this going for the rest. And for our next Nintendo Switch, I did the same thing. I lowered my price for only one of my listings, and within 24 hours, we got our next buyer. How you doing? That's a good timing. I just pulled right behind you. Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure it's in behind us.
Everything's in there.
Sweet.
You can take a look at the console. It's in that little zip up thing. It is dead though. I did try charging it, but I guess I didn't have a good heads up. But it's all good. We're good. Oh, you said Cash App, right?
Yeah, I got Cash App.
Cool, cool. All right, got it.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
buddy.
Yeah, have a good one. Take care. Yeah, of course. We got the console for $180, sold it for $270, leaving us with a profit of $90. For this next OLED Nintendo Switch, someone offered an even trade of an AT&T iPhone 15. I asked for some pictures and he had it stored in an OtterBox, so it was in pretty much brand new condition. And because they're reselling between $350 to $400, I had to make this deal. How you doing?
You can see I upgraded, so I'm.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
more
so
sense.
I'm
AT&T locked. That's
Yeah,
all right.
That's all.
All right.
The battery health is at 100.
All right, cool. This was the same Switch that we got for $200 plus all those games. The minimum value of the games alone was $206, and we traded the OLED Switch for iPhone 15 with a minimum value of $350, bringing our revenue from this flip to $556 with a potential minimum profit of $356. Now we are left with our last OLED Nintendo Switch, and out of all the consoles we sold, this took the longest to get rid of, mostly since although I lowered the price, I didn't have any other list up for other people to compare with, which just reaffirms this strategy does work. Now we have a buyer showing up to pick it up, but just wait to see what he does, because I've never seen anything like this before. Yeah. How you doing? Nigga? Good. Do everything. You can take a look at it. I also had like an extra carry case, so I just brought it in. Oh, for that, so. Yeah.
You can't do 200.
I can't go that low. I get 200 offers all day, that's the thing. Yeah, plus all the games on it, it's like well over 400 in value.
Let me give you 200 for these.
So I can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna save you all so much time by cutting to what's really going on. Not only did he waste around 10 to 15 minutes by having me teach him how to use the console, but he spent another 5 minutes talking about why he's not paying over 200, and that's how much he thinks his niece's new toy should cost, which is crazy. I got this console for $210, and he's asking for 200, so obviously I would take my stuff and walk away. But I remembered that I'm in so much profit from the other consoles, I'll just let this go for the sake of his niece, and told him to just cash at me the 20 bucks later. Right. Cool, got it. Send me the other 20 whenever you get a chance, yeah? Alright, thank you, have a good one. Yeah. He in fact did not send me the $20, which means for the first time we are now negative $10. Now it's time to calculate our profits, and with 4 consoles sold, bringing our total profits from this experiment to $546. It did cost me $790 to buy all 4 consoles, and with a return of $1,336, I'll leave this up to you to figure out whether this is a good investment or not. But in my books, this is no doubt a win. A profit is a profit. Just a reminder, I do not do this on the daily. This is just an experiment. But based on this experiment, if you were to buy out everybody, I'm just saying you could potentially profit pretty well. It's unethical, but it will work. Just don't do it. If you enjoyed this, just know that this is only the second video on the channel. It's only gonna get better from here. So stick around by subscribing, and I'll see y'all in the next one.